Good day, everyone. I am Munolo Machawane, and this is a personal reflection of what JLZ 110 has done for me. So, starting university introduced me to a completely different way of learning and thinking. I quickly realized that academic success requires far more than simply attending classes and completing assignments. It involves developing a wide range of literacies that help students engage with information critically, communicate effectively, and participate confidently in an academic environment. Throughout the JLZ module, I was exposed to different forms of literacy that challenged me to improve both academically and personally. This learning journey allowed me to strengthen the important skills such as academic writing, referencing, reading, communication, and digital literacy, all of which have contributed to my growth and confidence as a university student. At the beginning of the semester, my understanding of literacy was very limited. I believe literacy only referred to reading and writing in English. However, through our JLZ 110, I learned that literacy is so much broader and includes skills that need me to think critically, communicate ideas effectively, and work responsibly in an academic setting. This module changed the way I approach learning and helped me become more aware of the importance of academic skills in university life. One of the most important areas in which I improved was academic writing literacy. Before this module, I found academic writing very difficult because I did not fully understand how to structure paragraphs or use formal academic language. My writing often lacked organization and I struggled to express my ideas clearly. I also tended to use informal language without realizing that academic writing requires a more professional tone. As the semester progressed, I learned how to structure introductions, body paragraphs, and conclusions more effectively. I also improved my ability to develop arguments and support my ideas with evidence. Throughout feedback from assignments and class activities, I became aware of how clarity, structure, and vocabulary contribute to strong academic writing. Although I still believe there is room for improvement, I now feel much more confident when writing academic tasks. Another important literacy that developed during the semester was referencing literacy. At first, APA referencing seemed extremely confusing because there were many rules and formatting requirements to remember. I often struggled with in-text citations and compiling reference lists correctly. However, over time, I learned that referencing is not only about following rules, but also about maintaining academic honesty and giving credit to other people's ideas. Through practice and guidance in class, I improved my understanding of how to reference sources correctly and avoid plagiarism. I also learned the importance of using credible sources in my assignments, and this development helped me become more responsible and careful in my academic work because now I understand the value of acknowledging information accurately. In addition to writing and referencing, my academic reading literacy improved significantly. Throughout the semester, before JLZ 110, In addition to writing and referencing, my academic reading literacy improved significantly throughout the semester. Before JLZ 110, I approached academic reading passively. I would often read long texts without fully understanding the main ideas or analyzing the information critically. Academic articles felt overwhelming, and I sometimes felt discouraged when reading difficult texts. During this module, I learned several useful strategies such as scheming, scanning, and critical reading. Scheme reading helped me identify the main ideas quickly, while critical reading encouraged me to think more deeply about the writer's arguments and evidence. These strategies improved my understanding of academic articles and online texts and made reading less stressful. I also became better at identifying keywords, summarizing information, and taking notes while reading. Another literacy that improved was communication literacy. At the beginning of the semester, I lacked confidence when expressing my opinions during discussions or presentations. I was often afraid of making mistakes or being judged by others. However, JLZ 110 created opportunities for communication through class activities, group discussions, and presentations, which helped me become more comfortable speaking around other people. As time went on, I improved my ability to communicate clearly and respectfully in both spoken and written contexts. I learned that communication is an essential part of academic success because students are expected to share ideas, ask questions, and participate actively in learning environments. This improvement increased my confidence not only in class, but also other aspects in the university life. My digital literacy also developed during the semester. University learning requires students to use online platforms and technology regularly, and at first I was not comfortable with these systems. I struggled with navigating ClickUp, submitting assignments correctly, and finding reliable academic sources online. However, through continuous use and practice, I became more confident in using digital tools for academic purposes. I learned how to access online resources, search for credible information, and manage my work more effectively using technology. Despite the progress that I had made, the semester was not without challenges. Adjusting to university life, expectations, and managing multiple deadlines was often stressful and overwhelming. There were moments when I doubted my abilities and felt pressured by the workload. However, these challenges taught me the importance of time management, consistency, and perseverance. I learned that growth takes time and that making mistakes is part of the learning process. Overall, JLZ has had a significant impact on my academic journey and personal life. The module will help me realize that literacy involves much more than reading and writing. It includes the ability to think critically, communicate effectively, use technology responsibly, and engage confidently in academic work. Throughout this learning journey, I developed important skills in academic writing, referencing, reading, communication, and digital literacy. As a result, I now feel more confident and prepared as a university student. Although there are still areas where I can continue improving, I'm proud of the progress that I have made throughout the semester, the skills and knowledge that I have gained through JLZ 110, and that will continue to benefit me and my university studies and future career. Thank you.